And we are live. Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's your old pal Jules. Welcome to my Q&A live on Facebook and YouTube. How exciting is this? A big, huge, massive thank you for all the questions that you have sent in. I've got loads to talk about and loads to answer. First off, I just want to say, do you know what? You guys are just a big pack of rides. The love and support in the last few days has just been incredible. Since I announced everything in my Jules News video, which you reacted to absolutely brilliantly, about how I've been having a raging love affair with a sliced pan, fallen off the wagon, regained 2 stone, and been going through some really tough times with depression and anxiety. The love and support that you have sent in all the amazing messages and comments and everything is just incredible. So thank you. Also want to say a big, huge shout out to everybody who's been watching my vlog series. We are on to, what is this now, day 3, day 4? I'm losing track already. I had no idea how much work and effort was going to have to go into committing to a 90-day vlog series. So every single day, without fail, I promise you, I'm going to have a vlog here at 6 o'clock. Now, it's really exciting that today's video is a live Q&A. How cool is this? And doesn't it look like a proper TV show? Because you guys are wondering, like, what do you do with your life since Damo and Ivor, Jules? Well, obviously, I work as a freelance writer, but recently I've joined a company called GTM Events, and these are the guys who are behind this amazing Facebook Live video, and this is what we do. I'm getting into the whole role of kind of presenter, and they do all the techie, amazing production end, and we're pretty much creating like what is like, looks like a TV show, but live on the internet, and it streams across Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, Twitter, everything on all those social media platforms at the same time. So we've been at lots of different events and product launches and everything, and I interview people when we're there, or just, you know, we can just broadcast live. So if you are interested in this for your business or whatever it is, I'm just going to get in a little shameless plug for us, gtmevents.com. So check us out. Now, exciting news. Competition time, yay, ding, it's Flabyrinth, my best-selling book. I've got 2 signed copies of Flabyrinth to give away. If you would like to win one, all you have to do is tag who you would like to give the second one to. Actually, I'm giving the 2 away to one person. So if you've got a best friend or whoever it is who you think would like to enjoy a read of good old Flabyrinth, just tag them in the comments below and I will pick a winner on, because people will be watching this after it goes live. I've lost all track of the days. What day is today? Wednesday? Maybe by the weekend. So just tag a friend below if you would like to win a signed copy of Flabyrinth, and I'll write you a little special note on the inside. Okay, so questions. Let's get started. First off, a huge thank you for sending in all of these amazing questions. An awful lot of people asking the same questions, which is great for me because it's giving me feedback on what you would like to know more about in the vlogs. So as I said, 90 days of vlogs coming up. We have so much to cover and so much to learn, because over the last couple of years, the amount that I have learned about health and nutrition and weight loss and everything is phenomenal. And I'm really conscious that I don't want to overwhelm you with information that you're just going, Jules, this is all too much. I can't take it. I'm out of here. It's all about making slow little adjustments. So like, let's say even in yesterday's vlog where I did the flip chart and I went through the breakdown of all the different food groups and what I definitely won't be eating, what I'll be eating in low amounts, what I'll eat in moderation, and what I'll eat in abundance. As I keep reiterating, this is my 3-month plan and what works for me. You can adapt it for whatever suits you. So like, let's say there's no dairy in my plan. If you're like, Jules, I love my milk and whatever, that's fine. You can still have dairy in your plan. So adapt it for whatever suits you. I'm just showing you what works for me. And it goes without saying, before you embark on any sort of health or weight loss plan or any sort of change to your diet or your lifestyle or your exercise, go to your GP, get yourself checked out from top to toe, and just make sure that you're doing what is right for you, for your body, for the amount of weight that you need to lose, or whatever health you want to gain, or whatever it is. Some people aren't even just about losing weight, they're just going, Jules, I'd really like to just improve my energy levels. And I'm like, okay, well maybe try giving up dairy. And then they're like, oh my God, this is amazing. So anyway, I will stop rambling. Question number 1, carbs. Can I just ask you, around how much good carbs would you have a day with every meal, and do you weigh your carbs and do you measure? Okay, so yesterday we talked about good carbs. Carbs have such a bad name, but carbs can be good because we need them for energy. So the good carbs that will be on my diet plan will be oats. Love my porridge, oats for the absolute win. Sweet potatoes, love sweet potatoes, eat an awful lot of those. And brown rice, but I would not have that every day, maybe only about 3 times a week. So they would be good carbs. And the reason why they're good is because they are slow release energy. If you have something that's a white carb, like let's say white rice, it will give you a quick, huge blast of energy. And that's okay if you're looking for something for a boost, like pre or post workout. But for sustainable energy throughout the day, which is what I'm looking for, and obviously a weight loss thing, I'm going for slow release carbs like those. So good carbs, would I have them with every single meal? Not necessarily, but let's say I had porridge for breakfast. Most of my meal preps are a perfectly balanced meal between protein, good carbs, and some, green vegetables and veg. So when I break that down and I'm just there going, yeah, this is a good carb meal, then yeah, I suppose I do eat quite a lot of good carbs, and I would have them nearly every meal. Do I weigh them? Do I measure? Not at all. I do not, because life is too short. One of my big things is, instead of weighing out things and stuff like that, is portion control. I look at the size of my portions. If you look it up on the internet and see what is a balanced meal, like, your protein should be the size of your fist, and you actually look at what is normal, shall we say, most people are like, are you having a giraffe? Oh my God, I'd eat twice that. So a great tip is to start putting your food on smaller plates and reducing your portion sizes. In Ireland, I think it probably goes back to like the carvery days, loading up the plate and just getting our good value for money on the old bangers and mash or whatever it may be. No, it's just absolutely crazy. We're eating way too much. So bringing your portion size down is absolutely key in changing your lifestyle. So next question, and you know what, there was a good few questions in about this. So it seems we are having a love affair with pasta out there, guys. Pasta. So people are asking, is brown pasta a total no? Is gluten-free pasta okay? Right, the thing about pasta, yes, it's a carb, but pasta is made from flour, and for me, on my plan, wheat is completely out the window. But the good news is I have an alternative. I discovered a brand, and they are made by a small little lovely couple. They're Irish and Italian, I think they are. Anyway, they're called Leaves, and I found them in Super Value ages ago in the health food section. And it's pasta, which I call pretend pasta, and it's made out of chickpeas and buckwheat. So it's more of a protein base than an actual carb. Honest to God, hand on heart, if I had to do a taste test, I couldn't tell the difference between normal pasta and this stuff. So again, the brand name is Leaves. This is not a sponsored thing or anything like that. It's just a great product that I found. I've talked about it on Snapchat loads. It's made by Leaves. I think their website is leavespurefood.com. Anyway, what I'll do is later after this, I'll put a link in the comments below and you can check it out. So if you can't live without that feeling of going, I need a big, huge pasta type of dish, just change it to this and you'll be getting a protein source instead of wheaty carbs, winning, less bloating, and just a much better choice. Do you count your macros and calories? Nope, I don't, because one, I don't know how to count macros, because I think you need to be Rain Man to do that. I mean, I look at Siobhan O'Hagan and the way that she does it, and I'm like, wow, but I don't know how to do it, so I don't count my calories either. I just kind of know in general what works for me. When it comes to actual weight loss and stuff like that, like I still consume a good amount of calories, anything from between about 1,600 to 1,800 per day. But I don't use any apps where I put things in. I don't write anything down. Sheer laziness on my part. I have just researched an awful lot, so I know what works for me. I know by looking at the food how much is enough, what I'm eating is right, and then I just live my life that way. I just don't want my whole food and my diet plan to take over my life. So I couldn't be bothered counting the macros or the calories, but yeah, that's an honest answer. Okay, and just a reminder as well, anybody who's tuned in a little bit late, if you would like to win, I've got 2 signed copies of my book Flabberants to give away. All you have to do is just tag your friend that you would like to win the second copy in the comments below. It's as easy peasy as that, and I'll pick a winner and I'll sign them and write a special note on the inside, a little motivational note to get you going. So yeah. Okay, next question. Okay, this is a big one and a really important one, and I get asked it a lot. Is there anything that I can take to curb sugar cravings? I'm addicted to chocolate, help. Well, you are not the only one. Ireland is the third highest consumer of chocolate in the world. The average Irish person consumes 16 pounds of chocolate per year. We are totally addicted to it. And why? Because it's delicious. So if you're a chocoholic or you're a sugaraholic and you would like to reduce the amount of sugar that's in your diet, one thing people keep asking me all the time is going, Jules, how do you live with no sugar? I don't. I live a low sugar life, not a no sugar life. Some people can do it. For me, it's too extreme. I would prefer to have little bits of sugar in my life. I keep within the World Health Organization guidelines, which is a max of 6 teaspoons of free sugars per day. So let's say if I was having my scrambled eggs and I wanted to have a little bit of Ballymaloe relish with it, I would say, yeah, I can have that. There's loads of sugar. I think it's 44 teaspoons of sugar in a jar, which is equivalent of about 1 teaspoon of sugar per teaspoon of Ballymaloe relish. It's delicious. I love it. And I will put that in with my eggs and I will say, yeah, that's grand. I can have it. That's part of my low sugar life. Now, back to the cravings. Fantastic thing that I found. You can go to a health food store to get this. If you get yourself a supplement of cinnamon and chromium, they come together, chromium and cinnamon supplement, what it will do is it will help to balance and regulate your sugar levels so that you can not be craving sugar as much. And any sugar that you are consuming, your body will just be able to help kind of regulate the levels and deal with it as you wean yourself off sugar and become from a sugar addict all the way back down to living this low sugar life, which is just ideal for optimum health. So again, it's a supplement of chromium and cinnamon. They come combined together in one. It's just a herbal tablet that you take. Absolutely fantastic for the sugar cravings. Okay, somebody asked, do you know the Strong Roots brand? They do sweet potato fries and kale burgers. Are they okay to eat? I do know them. They have frozen avocados as well, which I think are fantastic if you want to put them into a smoothie. When it comes to the sweet potato fries and their kale burgers and stuff like that, I'll be totally honest, like, it's great to see an Irish company doing well. I personally wouldn't choose them, just the reason being they're highly processed, and my choice would be that I would get a sweet potato, I would chop it up myself, I would put some melted coconut oil on it, a bit of paprika, and bang it into the oven and do it that way. But for absolute convenience, I mean, if you just look at the ingredients on the back of it, you can make the choice yourself. That would be the advice that I would give you. Turkey burgers, do you make your own or do you buy from the butcher? Well, I am addicted to my turkey burgers. It is probably the biggest staple of my meal prep. I have them like all the time because I absolutely love them. Normally I make them myself. The recipe is on my website. I get the turkey mince and just add in an egg, some breadcrumbs and some seasoning, and then put it into a little burger maker that I have, throw them on the George Foreman winning. If life gets on top of me and I have a crazy week and I just don't have the time to do it, yeah, absolutely, I will go to the supermarket and I will buy my way out of the problem and I will buy the turkey burgers and again, throw them on the George Foreman. Do you meal prep for both lunch and dinner? Yes. As you will see in my vlogs from the meal prep that I did, normally what I do is I make 8 lunch boxes at a time. So let's say 8 turkey burgers with veg and sweet potatoes. And I put them into the lunch boxes and I pop them in the fridge. And I'm going to work and I will take 2 out and I'll put them into a little keep it cool bag, and I will bring them to work and I'll have 1 for lunch and 1 for dinner. Now, as I'm easing myself into this kind of weight loss plan, part of me feels deprived and I'm like going, oh, you know, I'd love to be having bread and all the bold things that I have been eating. And as I adapt, because I don't want that feeling of deprivation, some days I will have 3 meal prep meals. I'll just be like, you know what, I need to eat more food today. Some days I'll have a bowl of porridge in the afternoon because I'm like, I want more. So if you're going to stick to this plan and you're feeling in any way deprived, it's okay to eat a bit more just initially for the first kind of 2 or 3 weeks as you settle into it. Eat a bit more of the good stuff rather than going, right, I'm off the wagon, feck this, I'm going back onto all the sausage rolls and the whole lot. Jules, Bibi, your inner bad bitch is gas. Mine is the same. How do I conquer her? Well, you are going to love tomorrow's vlog because it's all about Bibi and an incident that I had a few days ago. How she cropped up and how I dealt with her. So Bibi, my inner bad bitch, I wrote an awful lot about her in my book Flabyrinth, and I thought I was the only one who had these thoughts. You know, all those thoughts that tell you that you're not good enough, and the one who tells you, go on, why don't you have the muffin with the coffee? You deserve it, you're great, it's going to make you feel fantastic. She's a bad bitch. but she can be conquered. Now, I wrote a huge amount about it in Flabyrinth, and you know, for those of you who have read it, you'll know what I went through with all of that. This Bibi that has come up this time is all about comfort eating, so this is what I'm working on conquering at the moment. Now, it's no easy task, so that's why over the next 90 days I will bring you through the process, because it's not something that you just fix overnight. And we'll work on her together, and I'll show you how she crops up in my life and how I deal with each incident as it happens, and ultimately learn to conquer her. So my de-bloater water. So that vlog that came out the other day was hugely popular. I tell you what, the stuff is just absolutely magical, and it's so easy to make. So how much does this make, and do we drink it all in one day? Yes. So the recipe that's in the vlog and up on my website for the de-bloater water makes 2 litres of the stuff. And what you do is just put it into glasses and you sip it and drink it throughout the entire day, along with your usual 2 litres of water. Now, I know that's a lot of liquid and you're going to be going to the toilet an awful lot, but it's going to keep you massively hydrated, which is hugely going to help with weight loss. So also somebody asked, is it every second day that we drink it, or every day? Personally, I would recommend it every second day. You just wouldn't want to overload the system with flushing it out. So every second day is probably the best. Hey Jules, can you recommend a shop that will have all of those ingredients? Yes. Dunn Stores. I mean, that's where I get all the ingredients that are in there. People were asking me about the how do you say it? I always get it wrong. Turmeric root. I got that just in the supermarket in Dunn's. It was right beside the ginger root. It looks like weird sort of little worm sort of things, and I just chop them up. Everything is just chop it up, bang it in the pot, put the water in, warm it, do not boil it, warm it and let it cool down, and that's what makes the magical water. Okay, next question again, it's about the de-bloater water. Just wondering if you can leave it to cool overnight, or would that be too long? Also, would turmeric powder be okay as a substitute, as I've looked in loads of places for the turmeric root and haven't had much luck? If you can get the root, ideally, because you're going to be warming that up and letting all of the turmeric come out directly from the root. As a last case scenario, then you could use the powder. So the other question was, can you leave it to cool overnight? Absolutely, yes, you can leave it to cool overnight, and then go to it the next day when it's completely cooled down. Strain it, and yeah, and it's fab. So I'm gonna have a look at you guys online, see who's watching. How do I do this? This is the magic of live TV. I can't see it, guys. I can't see it. Oh, I can see the questions. Oh, hey. Angela Gannon, you just finished Flabyrinth last night. I love you, Angela. Thank you so much for reading the book, and you loved it. Oh, this is brilliant. Oh, guys, hi. Love the vlogs, Jules. What camera are you shooting on? I am shooting on, I've got 2 cameras. I'm a Canon girl. I've got the G7X for kind of like on the go, always in my handbag, emergency vlogger's camera. And I also have the Canon EOS M5 with a professional Rode mic on the top of it, and it's a mirrorless camera, absolutely brilliant for vlogging. It actually is making my stuff look cinematic. Like, I was looking back in some of the footage going, oh my god, this looks like a full-on documentary on the TV. It's amazing. So I get all my camera equipment from Birmingham Cameras. Their website is birminghamcameras.ie, and I'm very proud actually to announce to you, and it's only happened very recently, I haven't gone public with it, but I am now the face of Birmingham Cameras. So I'm going to be doing loads more work with them, all sorts of Facebook Live videos and interviews and everything. I'm really getting into this whole thing about photography and videography and everything. So very proud to say that Birmingham Cameras and I have forged a great relationship. Well, we've been friends for years actually. And yeah, I'm going to be the face of them, which is gas. So, okay, next question. We love a bit of info about workouts. I love the gym, but I think I am wasting my time as I don't know what to do for weight loss and muscle tone. And I have not gone back because a PT is not an option for most people. I hear this all the time, girls, all the time. People who are just there going, oh, I'd love to go to the gym, but I don't even know where to start, right? And then it's like, oh, I wish I could have a personal trainer, but it's just so expensive, right? Priorities. Even if it means that you're going to have to put by €2 a day or a €5 a day or whatever it is to save up for it. Like personal training sessions start at around 30 to 35 euro. I know that's what they are roughly in the Ben Dunn gyms, and that's where I'm a member. So if you can save up even to get yourself 3 personal training sessions, means that you can have an expert who will go around the gym with you, and sometimes they even do this for free in gyms, and they will say, listen, this is how you use this machine. What's your goal? Is it weight loss? Is it tone? And they will show you, give you a plan of what you can do there by yourself. So don't let your inner Bibi, the bad bitch, come in and go, oh, excuses, well, I'd love to go to the gym, Jules, but like the machines are all so scary. I used to do that to myself all the time. I used to say, oh, it's so daunting. People are going to stare at me, whatever. It's all excuses. You have to get up and move. And if you have an overwhelming, major emotional block about going to the gym and worrying about what people will think of you, then get onto YouTube, open up the laptop, put it on the telly, whatever it is, start doing the fitness DVDs at home, or just go out and walk. Go to the local park, walk early in the morning if you're afraid that people will see you. And I know the feeling of you thinking, I'm walking down the road and my bum's wobbling and everybody's going to be going, oh my God, look at the stage or whatever. Nobody actually cares. Everybody's too worried thinking about themselves. It's us who worry too much about what other people think of us. Just get out there and do it. I mean, if I saw somebody who was really big in the gym, all I'm going to be thinking is, fair play to you. Aren't you in the right place? You go girl or you go guy. So just go out there and do it. What are your thoughts on apple cider vinegar? My thoughts are good. I think it's absolutely fantastic. Multiple health benefits. I think it's great. I take like 2 tablespoons of it every single day. Yeah, go for it. Include it in the diet. I'd love to know how many times I should eat a day and what I should eat. Is porridge and linseed okay for breakfast? Super breakfast choice. I'm going to do a vlog in the next few days. I'm actually going to do loads of these throughout the series, and it literally is going to be what I eat in a day. I've started, because I'm shooting ahead on everything that I'm putting out, because obviously it takes so much time for me to edit all the videos and everything, and I'll be showing you, like, let's say a typical day. What am I having? Breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, everything, the times I'm eating them, the whole lot. I'm going to document all of that and show you everything, my portion sizes and all of that jazz. What multivitamins and supplements do you take? There's another vlog that's going to be coming up. I will go through all of that and show you exactly what I take and why I take it. There's a question in here from Jules. It says, I'm going on holidays soon. Can you recommend anything good to read? Thanks for that great question, Jules. I had a look at your profile. May I say you are an absolute ride. And can I highly recommend some good holiday reading? It's Flabyrinth, but now in a mini format. How cool is this? I have been officially reprinted as a classic. So it is, there's the original. I'll show you just for size difference. There's the original and the way that it came out with my infamous donut cover, which is 1,000 donuts, and I never want to see one again for the rest of my life. One donut has got 6 teaspoons of sugar in it. So that's the original Flabyrinth, and basically because it is a bestseller and has been so successful, it has been reprinted in what they call a classic form. So it's the exact same content. I'm not trying to tell you to go out and buy the same book again, but it's just as brilliant because it's slightly smaller if you want to take it on holidays or read it on the train, or you know what I mean. So there's my shameless plug for my book. So again, competition, if you'd like to win one of the 2 signed copies of Flabyrinth that I've got going on there, all you have to do is comment below. Let's have a look and see how the comments are going. Oh my God, guys. Do you do private chat with a full-on struggler as I need to lose weight? I'll be totally honest. Guys, at the start of this, I offered the service of meeting people one-on-one. And I don't do it anymore. What I would recommend is that you go and see your GP and you get referred on to specialists, whether it be a therapist that you might need to talk to, or a nutritionist, or whatever it is. You wouldn't believe the amount of messages that I receive, and as much as I appreciate all of them, an awful lot of people feel that they can turn to me and pour their heart out. The amount of pain and suffering out there with people and their weight is unbelievable, and I know that people know that I can empathize with that because I've been there. But God, guys, I'm only human as well, and I'm not a professional. I can't take on all of that emotional stuff. So highly recommend that you see a GP who can refer you to a specialist. What else are the questions here? Jules, your skin is amazing. Any tips? Guys, oh my God, that's a fantastic compliment. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm 37 and people say all the time that my skin is great. I'd say part of the reason is the fact that I'm single and haven't got any kids, so I haven't been kept up for the last 10 years with sleepless nights with, you know, 2 babies and And a husband, let's be honest, a crying husband, because I know that's what lots of people are thinking. Jesus, if I didn't have these two toddlers, that fecker, I'd, you know, wouldn't have any bleeding wrinkles like her. Now, another reason I don't have an awful lot of wrinkles is because I have Botox in my forehead, and I openly talk about it and share it. The wrinkles in my forehead massively bothered me, and I did something about it. I do have an awful lot of plans though coming up for my skin. As part of this 90-day transformation with my weight loss, I have teamed up with, you've seen it in all of the videos, Havana Skin Clinic, who are sponsoring my vlog series. The guys there are just amazing. Totally took a punt on me and believed in me, and they're just brilliant. So I'm going to be going in there for loads of treatments, fancy facials and laser hair removal and the likes. And I'm going to vlog the whole experience so I can share with you if you've ever been thinking about getting anything like this done. I'm going to show you what it's like to go through, and by the end of the 90 days I'm pretty much planning on revealing myself and just going, ta-da, look at me now. Maybe I might look like a teenager again. We'll see. How often do you go to the gym, and for how long do you work out? People ask this all the time. When I was on my 9 stone weight loss, I went to the gym 6 or 7 days a week because that's what it took. I put in a phenomenal amount of work there, burning up all of those calories, because that's what it takes. And I mean, that's another reason why I didn't get a huge amount of like excess or saggy skin, because I worked out as I was losing the weight. The more you work out, the faster you're going to get to your goal. And because Matt Keatley, who is my personal trainer, showed me how to work out in the gym properly, what became a very scary, daunting place became my happy place. Once I learned how to tone my body and everything, I was like, God, guys, this is just amazing. I love the gym now. Now, having said that, as I told you, everything went pear-shaped for me towards the end of last year, and I completely lost my mojo. And as part of that falling off the wagon was that I lost my mojo for the gym. Happy to report that it is back, and I am back in the gym. Now on this 3-month weight loss plan, where I am, I'm going to be in, so I'll rewind. When I was losing weight, I was going to the gym 6 or 7 days a week for 45 minutes to an hour. I know that's an awful lot. It's not extremism, it's not obsessive, it's dedication. When I got to my goal and I was maintaining and I was living a life of moderation, then I went to the gym about 4, 5, 6 times a week, depending on what was going on in my life. Now I'm going to be doing the same. I'll be 4, 5, 6 times a week. I'm going to have to do lots of cardio now to burn off these stupid extra pounds, but I'll be back lifting my weights again and getting all that lovely tone and definition back into my arms. Now another question, you mentioned pulses in yesterday's vlog as a good source of protein. What are pulses? Thanks Graham for this question. Pulses are like beans and legumes and like lentils and peas and stuff like that. Great source of protein. They are fantastic. Apple cider vinegar is great for growing herbs. There's a top tip from Yvette, thanks for that. How many times a week do you train? We've answered that. Loving the new vlogs. Thank you, Helena. Let me see. Will you be talking about the gym and programs? Yes, I'm going to be vlogging in the gym. I'm going to be vlogging with Matt Keatley, my personal trainer. Matt is like my encyclopedia of all things health and nutrition. So I'm definitely going to be making loads of videos with him. Guys, there's so much to cover and so much coming up. I'm going to be explaining everything about sugar. You know the way I bang on about sugar like all the time. I am going to do like one-off, big, huge special vlog all about sugar, finally breaking it down in all the sugar categories and explaining everything to you. So I'm just so excited. I want to put it all out there in 5 minutes, but as I said, I'm conscious of I don't want you to be overwhelmed. So you're going to learn a huge amount in the next 90 days as the vlogs go on. Don't want you to be overwhelmed. So just take it as a little change at a time. Don't try and do a 180 and say, right, that's it, here we go. I'm going to copy absolutely everything that Jules does and everything that Jules says. Adapt, and therefore you will have a much higher chance of staying on the wagon and just kind of being consistent with your weight loss. So listen, there's loads of these in. How do you avoid picking at food? Love the videos, very motivational. Thanks, Helen. How do I avoid picking at food? That's a good one. People have an awful lot of that, especially in the evenings, watching the telly and stuff like that, and just going, I just want something to nibble. Choices. You know my catchphrase by now, it's choices, choices, choices. So if you're like picky at the food and stuff like that, it just depends on what you're picking on. If you can make sure that your little snacks and stuff like that are things that are healthy choices, like let's say a small handful of nuts or a piece of fruit or something like that, or like a little rice cake or an oat cake with some peanut butter or something like that on it, yeah, then you can have your little picky snacks and stuff throughout the day. Just be picking that instead of picking on the bread or the croissants or the chocolate or the boldy things or whatever they may be. So we're going to have lots more Facebook Live videos as the vlog series and everything progresses. So keep the questions and everything coming in. Thank you for all the amazing questions that you have sent in today and commented below. Thanks to everybody who entered the competition. So just comment below and tag a friend who you would like to win a copy of Labyrinth, and I will pick the winners in the next few days, because I know there's loads of people watching live now, but there will be people who will be watching obviously afterwards. And again, I can't say thank you enough for all the amazing love and support and messages that you've sent over the past week. You know, it was an easy and a difficult decision in some ways for me to come out and talk about my mental health and everything that I've been through. But I'm really happy that I did, because the more of us that talk about it, the more normal it becomes. 1 in 4 of us, you know, affected by depression and anxiety. And I am more than happy to stand up and say, listen, I am one of those people and I'm completely normal, but it has affected me. I got the help that I needed, and now I feel so much better. Like, obviously I'm a work in progress. I didn't just click my fingers and go, oh, I feel grand now. But in comparison to the way that I felt, oh my God, it's unbelievable. Now I'll be making several vlogs about mental health, how I dealt with all of the depression and anxiety and everything. As I say, there's just loads more coming up. So there's going to be a vlog here every single day for the next, I don't know, what day are we into, 3 or 4 now? So like 86, 85 days going forward at 6 o'clock on my Facebook page and on my YouTube channel. And as you can see in the scrollers and everything going across the bottom, you can follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, all over the place. I want to say a big, huge thank you to GTM Events, and I thank myself in that now that I am part of the company. GTM Events, this is what we do with our social media live broadcasting. Doesn't it look like a TV show, but on the internet? How cool is that? If you would like this service for your business or your product or your event or your whatever it is, check out gtmevents.com. I can come along and do some presenting or some interviewing, because that's what I do now that I'm honing my Oprah Winfrey skills, and the guys do all the amazing technical stuff. It's pretty much like a mobile TV studio, and we can go anywhere with it and broadcast like this. So again, gtmevents.com. And again, thank you so much to Havana Skin Clinic, who are supporting my vlog series. Check out their website. It's havanaskinclinic.com. Thanks again for tuning in. We'll have more of these Facebook Live videos really soon, and I will see you tomorrow at 6. Bye.